Right, let's get this camera on. We have a bike review to do today. We've got a Fiido C21. It is an electric bike, although first glances it doesn't look like one much, does it? And it's all good because it only weighs 18 kilograms. Right, let's turn the new camera on. I've gone off and purchased the new Insta360 cam. We're going to have a little look to see what it's like today. Right, let me tell you what we're doing with the bike. It's a nice light bike, 18 kilograms, superb, makes a change. Right, let's just get past these bins. Sorted, let's not scratch the car, we're all good. So yeah, what are we doing today? We are heading on a road trip. Now, what I'm doing is I'm seeing what it's like to, let's just let this one out. Sorry, it's just one of my neighbours. Yeah, we're on a road trip. We're going to see what it's like to commute on a bike. I don't think this camera's brilliant. Let's quickly change this camera position. A little bit of an experiment with this today, but hey ho, that one should be a little bit better. But we've got the 360 cam anyway. That should be a little bit better. I think it might be a little bit low now, but anyway, we'll survive with this 360 camera. So we are going on a train ride. I'm going across to Hull to meet Charles from Dashcam Hull. So I thought, I tell you what, perfect opportunity to actually see what it's like commuting with a bike. So Fido sent me this bike. It's not even turned on yet, to be fair. I might not turn it on just yet. It's light enough to be used just as a normal bike. And we're going to see what the travelling on a train with a bike is exactly like. I've got a couple of changes to make. I've got to get from here to here for Zachley to Lime Street, and then we're going to Liverpool Central first. And then what we're doing is we're walking down to Lime Street, getting Lime Street down into Sheffield, and then Sheffield we're going across the rest of the country to Hull. So it should be an interesting little trip. We've got different rail providers and we're going to see what it's like on all of them. So it's about time I did this. Let's get out in primary. I'm not even going to turn the bike on yet. Don't feel a need to. And this is ideal for a commuter bike, I think. This Fiido C21, 18 kilograms. It's still got a 250 watt motor. So if you needed it, you've got it. 40 kilograms of torque, or 40 Newton meters of torque. But the good thing is for me is, like I said, the weight. Put a big backpack on today with all my camera gear. I'm going to see whether I can haul this all the way to Hull without problems. Now, I'm actually glad the weather is like it is today. It's a little bit miserable, so if I get absolutely soaked, that's just one of those things. The Fiido C21 doesn't look like any of my other electric bikes. They've all got massive big batteries stuck, obviously out. This one, the battery is removable with speak properly, but it's not advisable. It's not something that you would remove then charge. There is a further extended range battery which goes on a rack at the back. So I haven't got that, I've just got the normal one. I think I can go there. And don't forget, this is not on battery power. This is just good old overweight Ashley at the moment. I am going to be doing some fair bit of training over the next year though. News to come on the channel soon. So it's nice to have the lightness of this bike. It reminds me, I'm just going to get out in primary here going through this junction. It reminds me of the old days riding a bicycle. It's got no suspension, so you've got to keep an eye out for the poor bits in the road. It's got sort of gravel spec tyres. It's got mud guards, it's got hydraulic brakes. The controls, we're going to have a little look at them shortly. But all the screens, top quality. Even the toolkit that comes with it when you put it together doesn't half look like a quality piece of kit. It's just over £1,000, so I think it's probably one of the cheapest bikes that I've reviewed on the channel. But let's see how it copes today. We're all good. And here we are at Fedo train station. I am just going to pull in on the left here at this top of this hill, and then we shall dismount. So the bike doesn't look like the stereotypical Ecki bike. I've got my lock on, so we can get it locked up while it's on the train. So let's see what Fedo's like. I could go down the steps, but they do have good disabled access, which obviously helps with the push bikes. No problems. Get my phone out because we'll have to pay for this ticket. I'll pay from the other one. Thank you. Okay, so there is a lift down at the other side, but I know these steps well. They're not too big, so I'm just going to wheel my bike down this way. We've got some new trains on this Kirby line on Merseyrail at the minute. They've got better access, they've got lower steps, you don't have to step up onto the platform. I've already seen what the bike access is like, and it's down a far end. This is something I'd just like to just quickly talk about as well. Bike storage at train stations, that's good. It also encourages people not to use the cars. Looks quite straightforward. Not accessed it, so I couldn't tell you what it's like, but I'll leave that for another day. Glad the rain's got off. What would happen if it was raining? I've got to travel to Hull, and would that be something that you then you sat in wet clothes for 3 hours while you're on the train? Potentially. I know you could take waterproofs, but I've got a big heavy bag. I've got my laptop in here, and I've got a fair bit of camera gear. Like I said, I'm doing some filming with Charles from Dashcam Hull, so I didn't have any room to take a change of clothes, I suppose. If you weren't with all the camera gear, you obviously could. But would it be something that you would consider when you were taking a journey? Would you take your bike? Let's see how easy it is today and see whether it can convince you to. So, to turn the bike on, there's a switch down at the bottom there, and then it's a simple case of pressing and holding the button, and that's it. The display's lovely. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see it much with the camera. Sometimes the refresh rate and the resolution on the camera doesn't suit these LCD screens, but it is a nice bit of kit. We can turn our lights on. got a horn here down on this side. And there's a manual way of adjusting the modes. This switches between what we've done, and that's tripwise and all that information. And then we've got this button, changes it from normal to sport to turbo plus, back to nothing, and then to eco. I'm going to leave it in eco. Range wise, what they say for eco is getting on for 100 kilometers. I have used this bike a little bit. I did a video recently where I tested out the Garmin radar for the bikes, and all right, I had it a little bit more than eco and normal. I had it on turbo at one point because it was really windy, but the battery seemed to deplete quite a lot. So it might be something that you think about if you were thinking about purchasing this particular bike. Like I said, there is a range extender, but it's not something that I've fitted. But here's our train. Let's have a little look to see how we fit on. Clearly signposted bike access. Cheers, buddy. Everyone's glum this morning, aren't they? Such as the footy last night. Go on, Mama. Okay. Well, that was super easy. No issues with Merseyrail getting on their trains. Cycle area was good. Not going up the escalator. Let's see whether I can get in the lift easy enough.
Do this one instead.
It's just a little bit busy. Everyone's got to work, right?
I'll go up the escalator. All right. Yeah, no worries. Let's just make sure I'm not going to cause anyone any problems. Pretty easy with a light bike. Remember, it's nice to be nice. Probably get shouted at for coming up here and on the bike now. Anyway, bothered. Everybody, it's a throwaway one. All right, cheers, buddy. So yeah, we didn't test the lifts out here at Central, but I'm sure there's enough room. So first stage of the journey done. That's the short one. We've now got to get ourselves to Central Station. I'm going to have a little go at the bike in its mode now, to be honest. And I'm going to do a little bit of riding. There's not much riding to do. But I'm just going to cross this road and then just go around the corner. I'm going to change the mode to not turbo, eco. This is the rain. Ah, we're good. Saying that, has had a little bit of hail. It's the end of April. Our country's messed in it. But the weather's not too bad at the minute, but if it was, it would make this journey totally different. So, let's have a little go to see what the bike's like with its assistance. Well, straight from the off, I'm in the wrong gear going uphill, and it's brilliant. And this is an eco. It's got a torque sensing motor, and already straight away we're up and going comfortably. It is limited to 15.5 miles an hour, so it's a legal bike. Legal, not illegal. And I'm glad for the mud guards today, I think, as well. I'll be getting splashed and sat on a train for ages, so I am going to I might actually just dismount here and walk, because that's how quick a ride it was. So yeah, we're doing a bike review today. It's not going to be loads of riding for this bit. In fact, the next time I'm going to be riding is in Hull. So are we all right walking across here? I think we are. All good. So, Lime Street Station. Easiest entrance is up here to the right hand side rather than taking it up through the steps. Then I've got to find where I need to get my tickets. And then we're going to have a little look at the cycle storage on this train to Sheffield that I'm going to pick up in about 40 minutes. So I've got here quite early. I always tend to do that just in case. I'd rather be a little bit early and sit off and get a coffee or something, but bit of a wait around. So be it. So there's my train, platform 8. I'm just going to let most of these people get off first. If I was walking, I would probably carry on, but it's a little bit different with a bike. I'm in no rush. Still 20 minutes until the train leaves. That's plenty of time to get my bike on. Looks as though it's clearing a little. Excuse me, buddy.
Yep.
Where's the bike access?
In the first doors.
Yep.
So the next set of doors.
Yep. Lovely. Thank you. You sit here. Bike access. Easy enough. Honestly, that's pretty good. I can lock it up as well. Look at those things. I think they go round. Yeah, they do. Should we put it back the other way? I think so. Come in. Let's just put my lid down. Okay, we are good. Let's turn it off. All right, that was easy enough. Let's have a little look on where we're going now. All right.
What's going to create a cross-border station across the wall, which can go to
It's even light enough to carry downstairs. It's one-handed as well. No in the world I could do that with any of the other bikes. So, here we go. Foray Scarborough on time and no more changes. Up to now, relatively straightforward. There's been no major issue. I'm just going to keep out of the way a little bit. But it has been helped with the lightness of this bike. Saves waiting for lifts all the time. Using the lifts when people could be using them. Who need to use them is a little bit of a bugbear of mine, but at least we've been able to carry this thing. Let's see what this next train is going to be like. Is this our one coming in? I do believe it is. Let's go and find the bike area. Not those sections. Bike area here. Ah, we're good. Ah, right, okay. That's pretty good. It's a nice little spot. I even get my own seat. It says use straps provided, but there ain't any, so I just got to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't go west. Okay, easy enough. Let's get these cameras off and let's get away to Hull.
This is Hull. Please remain vigilant. If you think anything suspicious, please report it.
So here we are at Hull. Let's just swap round to this side. All in all, no issues. There were some delays with the trains, but there was nothing problematic with actually taking your bike on the railways. Well, not the railways, on the train. You get where I'm coming from. I was a little surprised that there was only a couple of spaces. The best cycle areas I found were the ones local to me, my local service. They are brand new trains. The rest of the stock that have been on today has been, in my opinion, a little bit dilapidated, but at the end of the day, served the purpose. I'm here at Hull, I'm on the other side of the country, and we've had no issues. Can you take that second one for us, mate? In fact, could you hold that one for us? Take that one, and I'm done.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you for your help.
Multitasking.
Cheers now. Okay. Nice guy for helping me out. So now let's go and have a little ride of this bike. Like I said, I have ridden it before. I did a little video on my cycling channel. Let's just put the stand down a sec. I did a little video on the cycling channel where I tested out the Garmin radar. Don't know whether this video is going to go out before or after, but in any case, check it out. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to head wherever I need to go now to go and see Charles. Let's have a little ride of the bike and see where we're at. Is it found out where I'm going? Where? Directions. Can we get out down here? No, that's not the way. Must be this way. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just start riding. I'm going to get out of the way of this van. There's obviously some movement up there. Oh, the van's stopped, so I'm all good. Right, I think I'll just get moving, then my screen can get into order and it can show me where I'm going to go. Let's turn the bike on. So I'm suspecting no entry there. Okay, where do I go then? Do I go out down the far end? Where do I go? Obviously not. It's wanting me to go down this way. I think I can go down here. It says, is that no entry on the floor? Yes, it is. Didn't see that, wasn't marked pretty well. Right, let's go out down this way. It wants me to turn left onto the main road. There we go. I think we're all right doing that. Just gonna nip out here and book a left. We've got a cycle area as well, which is nice. So the bike does feel, it feels really light. I know it is compared to what I'm used to. No problems. Had to just deal with a few people there. It has got a horn. I'm just going to quickly use the horn to show you. No, stopping at that one. So it has got a horn. Should have used it there. Had a chance to use it. I think that's quite good. But yeah, the bike's super light. It seems really well put together. I mentioned before about the toolkit that comes with it. Fabulous. It was quite easy to put together. There was a little bit more to it than other bikes that I've had. You had to sort of like put the screen together, but it wasn't too difficult. It was quite straightforward, so I had no problems doing it. Is it a bike that I would go for myself? I actually do think it would. I think I would quite happily commute on a bike like this. The handlebars are quite low though. It's quite a sporty riding position. It might not suit some, but I'm sure there would be a different set of bars that you could get. Right, where am I going? I'm going straight on. I'm going left a little bit further up here, that's fine. But it does an half shift. I'm doing 20 miles an hour and I'm actually beyond the pedal assistance. So it's a decent pacey bike. That's just in normal mode as well. So that's all good. But like I said, the bars are set quite far away and quite low down. Don't know whether that would suit everyone. Me, I'd rather be up a little bit. I like to be a little bit higher rather than bum up in the air and head and hands down. I do prefer to be up a little bit so I can see a little bit more. I think it tends to force you down that way a little touch, but it's still okay. But it does look like a bike that's not electric. Some of the concoctions that manufacturers make nowadays, they're just honestly ridiculous. This, as I did earlier on this morning, you could just ride without pedal assistance, and I did. Got pedal assistance on normal here. It is significantly faster again when you put it into turbo or turbo plus, but honestly you don't need it. I've got to be careful with this one. That's okay, they were quite slow. I'm all right with that. So we are just going ahead. Have a little look on where we've got to go. And quite nice cycling infrastructure here in Hull. Quite like that. It's saying I've just got 1 mile, or just under a mile. Well, 1.8 until I get to Charles's. I'm not going to show everyone where Charles lives, but I do want to, and I did want to, have a little bit of a ride. So I am going to try and go past this guy. We're all good. But I do like the cycling infrastructure. Pretty good. This one going to be a problem to me? No, I think they're quite all right. Gear shifts seem really nice and positive, and the torque sensing motor is ideal. So the more effort you obviously put into it, the more assistance it gives up to a particular point. But there's me doing 19 miles an hour again, so it definitely allows you to make some progress. And to just be careful of the silver one. I did forget my gloves again before anyone comments. I actually came out with our garage key this morning as well, so my missus hasn't been able to get in the garage. She'll be fuming with me. Is that a pothole? It is. Just avoiding that. We're heading round to the left. Mercedes is coming out. You're all right. You're okay. Yeah, we're okay to carry on. Like I said, people do make mistakes, so don't be pissy with people if they make little mistakes like that. Just do your best just to get on with it and just make it, as I normally say, a non-event. So all in all, sun's coming out. I'm quite near Charles's now, so we're going to wrap this up. The bike, I really like it. There'll be links in the description. It's pretty decent value. I think at the moment it's about £1,000. I know that's still expensive, but compared to some of the other bikes I have reviewed, it does seem good quality and it does seem pretty good value. So please do support the people who support my channel. I am going to give this bike away. Unfortunately this time not to one of my viewers. I will do that as I go forward. If people send me other bits, I've got no need to have 34 bikes, so what I'll do, I will be giving them away. But this has already found a home. I've promised it to someone. Train journeys, let me know of your experiences on the trains. Are there enough? In fact, I've got to do a right turn here. Yeah, I got a nice little space to go out. All good. So yeah, please let me know of your experiences on taking your bike on the rail network. Pretty positive. I haven't got to go home yet, but there's no point me just replicating. If there's anything else that I find later on, I'll be sure to add it onto the video. But for now, that's me done. Keep safe, everyone. I'll see you soon.